I've gone to about 11,000 subscribers right now, and I've started this blog back in February. So I've been doing this blog now for 3 months. So I felt like I wanted to do something fun today. And what I consider fun, I want to explain to the people who follow me or my viewers who I am. And so I use ChatGTP to generate a few questions that I could possibly ask myself, like do a self interview. And the self interview would help me to let my viewers know who the person who I am. So I picked out like 16 questions that I wrote down on my other phone here, my Xiaomi from China phone. This is a China camera phone. So I've got my 16 questions here, and I'm gonna do a self interview so that will help my viewers be able to say, okay, now I understand who she is. So the first question is, who are you and what do you do? Well, I'm a ride or die type of person. If I'm down with you, I'm just down with you. So I want to say I'm a ride or die. I'm your sidekick. You understand? If you know what a sidekick is, I'm that person who could be either your ride or die or your sidekick. So basically, I want to say that I'm loyal. If I'm your friend, I'm going to be loyal to you forever. All right. And what do I do? Well, I'm a licensed insurance agent in the state of Florida. I specialize in medical insurance versus life insurance. Reason I specialize in medical, there's not much of a kickback with life. You have a lot of kickbacks. I can't afford paying back kickbacks, so I stick with the medical portion of my license. What inspired you to start your blog? Well, what inspired me to start my blog was I noticed there's a lot of people out there who are doing blogs and talking about stuff that affected them or affected other people. So, and I had a lot to say, so I figured, let me start my blog to say all the things that I needed to say and rant about some stuff. So I decided to list it as me ranting. All right. What one word would your friends use to describe you, and would you agree? Well, I've asked a few people since this question came up, and their answer was the one word that we would use to describe you would be loud. And I agree because I've had people tell me that I'm loud all the time. But I don't realize that I'm loud, but they say that I'm loud. So I would have to agree with them because I can't really hear myself. All right. And question number 4, where are you from and how has that shaped you? Well, I'm from Jamaica originally, and how that has shaped me is the culture, where if you're part of that culture, you want good for yourself in life. You're always going to push yourself to the ultimate. You're going to set goals and you're going to try to achieve them. So that's how that has helped me, because I know most Jamaicans are like that. They set their goals and they push hard to try to achieve them. What does success mean to you personally? Well, Success means to me personally that if I had enough money, I would be able to feed the poor and the hungry and the not so well off, like people who were really in need. So that's what wealth would be for me. And I'm also an animal lover, so I guess some of my money would be able to help animals who were abused or mistreated. So between the poor and the hungry and animals, I think that's what success would mean to me, that I can give back 100%. Um, what are you currently learning or relearning? Well, I'm currently learning how to use a MacBook, I guess, or a Apple computer. That's what I'm learning right now, because I've always had Hewlett Packard, and I just finally bought myself a MacBook Air, is what they call it. And it's so much different from your regular Hewlett Packard. So yeah, I'm trying to learn that, how to save files, how to move around on the platform. It's different. I thought it would be easy, but it's not. There's a little learning curve there. If you could go back and give your younger self advice, what would it be? Well, if I had a chance to go back and give my younger self advice, it would be humble and stay humble and stand down. So all goes in one. Just be humble, because being humble can bring you far in life. If I knew that back then, I'd be farther in life than I am now. So the key word is to be humble. Um, why did you choose your career path, and what keeps you in it? Well, I didn't choose my career path. My career path chose me. And there's a story behind that, but I'll do that in another video. What keeps me in it though is a different story. What keeps me in it is because I find that I'm able to help a lot of people. And so helping people is one of my motivations. So I find giving people the right insurance plan that will benefit them and give them the resources that they need to become healthier and happier. So that's what keeps me in it. Um, Let me see. What's your proudest moments so far as a blogger or in your work? My proudest moment so far as a blogger is that I'm realizing that people are actually watching my stuff and are commenting. They're not commenting a lot because I guess they're still getting to know my platform, but at least I see that people are watching and viewers are coming on. So that's one of my proudest moments. Um, Guilty pleasure song or show that you can't quit. Well, my guilty pleasure show, because I don't have a song, but a show is The Handmaid's Tale. The plot twist and the turns and everything just keeps me going. I can't get enough of it. I've watched some of the seasons over and over and over again, and it just seems like stuff that's happening in real life now. The things that are going on now in real life resonates with that show. Um, what's the biggest mission behind your content? Well, the biggest mission behind my content is this. I want to be able to grow my channel to a point where I can start doing interviews, interviewing people about stuff that they care about, ranting about things that has happened to them in the past, or things that they don't want to happen to them, or just talking about everyday life issues. That's my mission for this blog. If you were a cocktail or smoothie, what would be in you? Well, that's an easy one. Banana, strawberry, and pineapple. Those are my favorite fruits. So yes, that would be in me. Um, what do you want your viewers to walk away with after visiting your blog? Well, what I want them to walk away with is the fact that they've learned something, or that they look at an issue that I bring up in a different light versus how they were looking at it before. Just tweaking the mind. I'm hoping that once you come on my blog and you view one of my blogs, something that I may say will tweak your mind to think about stuff that you've never thought about before. What impact do you hope to leave behind? The impact that I need to leave behind is to have my viewers realize there's so much that's going on in this world, so many things that can affect people in different ways, and everybody's an individual, and they have their emotions and they wear it differently than everybody. Everybody's emotions is different, and they get emotional about different things. So that's what I would want the impact to be. What's the biggest mission behind your content and why? The biggest mission behind my content, like I said before, to be able to push an agenda, to be able to push this blog to its limits, to where I can just interview people on whatever's going on with them. If you had a billboard that everyone in the world would see, what would it say? Well, I love that last one, and this is my last and final question. If I had a billboard that everyone could see, what would it say? It would say, live, love, and laugh every day. And that's always been my motto. My aunt always says, you laugh about everything. You don't take anything seriously, do you? Because you can't. Because life is about having fun and meeting new people and, just living.